Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to change your front rotors and pads on a Nissan Versa. It doesn't matter what year Versa you have, as long as your Versa look like this, it's going to be the same. And it's probably the same for all the Versas. It's just that the bolts might be different in size, but it's going to be the same procedure to change the brake on most cars. So what you want to do now, take off the tire. It's gonna be 21 millimeters to take the tire off. I don't know if you can look through the rim, but you can see the rotor is all messed up, so I need to change that. And that's why the rim have so much rust on it. It's from the dust from the brake. All right, so first thing first, take the tire off, 21 millimeter. All right. So guys, as you can see, it's all down to metal, and surprised it still stopped. But you want to get the caliper to face outwards towards you, and you can get access to these. Should be 17 millimeter bolt, one right here, and the other one should be right here. And it should be 17 millimeter. All right. So before I take it off, I'm gonna get a C-clamp and squeeze it in. When I say get the C-clamp, this is what I'm talking about. So the camera fall over, but there you go. So what that do is push in the piston. Alright, so yeah, let's do that. Remove this right here. Alright guys, so the next step is to take off those two, should be 17 millimeter. Let's check. Yeah, and it's 17 millimeter, so let's take out these two 17 millimeter right here. Get that and tie it up so you don't let the caliper hang on the rope, on the hose. All right, So what we're gonna do here is spray some what you wanna call it, WD-40 right here to get it, let it go and sit and soak. All right. So it's time to take your rotor off, and this is the next day, because that's why you see the WD-40 all dried up, but it's the next day. The reason why I wait till the next day is because of this right here. As you can see, the owner of the car, they wait too long to change the pad, and now you can see the calipers got real thin because they rubbed out on the rotor right here. And this is the new caliper right here. As you can see the difference. You can see the difference in thickness right here. You see how thick that is, and you see how thin that is. So I'm going to change that. To be honest, I don't even know how this person was stopping the car. So we're going to take the rotor off, and then we get to the caliper. Alright, so now it's going to be a video of changing your rotor, your pads, and your caliper. Alright, so rotor, knock around here. Alright, after you soak it with WD-40 or whatever penetration oil you have. Got that off. Got my new rotor right here. You want to clean it to get off the oil off the rotor. That day you put on it to store it so it don't get rust during storage. Got that on. Time to put on the caliper. Make sure your hose is straight, it's not bent. And that's going to be 17 millimeters to tighten up those two bolts on the caliper. Alright guys, so we tighten up those two bolts. Now it's time to take off the caliper right here, and let's get to that. It's going to be 14 millimeter, and you take this one right off and this one too. Alright, it's 14 millimeter. 14 millimeter. Whole pad off also. Want to get your flathead screwdriver. Take this off. Got both of these brake hardware off, so I'm gonna get the new one and install them. Alright, so I got the new one. I come in the box, so make sure they are the same size as the whole one. Alright. Got that one in also. Want to get your old pads, your new pads, make sure it's the same as the new one, but pretty much. So you want to make sure you have this go on like this, all right? A lot of people always say grease right here, but I never grease right here because grease gonna collect a lot of dirt. So you don't want a lot of dirt stuck in right here. So don't grease right here, alright? Let's just let they stay like that. But the pin, you need to grease these so they can move freely, alright? Alright, so we're gonna change this instead of this. You see how thin that is? That's not good. Look at the difference. See the difference in thickness? So that's why I'm changing that. Alright, so if you're not gonna change, if your car doesn't require you to change the caliper, you just change your pads just like how you see me do it just now, and put this on like this. But you must grease your grease your slider up, and you don't need to bleed the brakes if you're not changing this. If you're gonna change this, then you need to bleed the brakes. All right, so continue. All right. So grease up your slides. Slide with the rubber, go at the bottom. Might make a little spill over, but you can clean that up. Take out the other slides at the top right here. Same thing as this. I'm gonna go ahead and grease it up. So whether old or new, you would have to grease it up anyway, alright? Alright, so after you insert your pin, alright, wipe off excessive grease. That's there. And if you're not changing the caliper, you would put on your, this is the point where you put on your old caliper and put on back your wheel and pump your brakes up, and then you're good to go. But for those who changing the caliper, this is the point. You just want to continue watching the video at this point. You don't have to skip anything. So as you can see, that's how you change your brakes and your rotor. But if you're changing the caliper, again, you're gonna need to bleed the brakes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get like a grip wrench and lock the holes right here, because I don't want to bleed the whole system. I just want to, when I finish, I can bleed this wheel, because this is the only wheel I open. So when I finish, I can just bleed this wheel and done with it. Alright, so let's get to that part. So that's what I do, just to pinch the hose so the air don't pass right here, go back into the system. The air just stay right here when I open this right here. Alright, and I'm gonna take this out. So you want to make sure you put one wire before the hose, one washer before the hose, and one washer after the hose. All right. So take off one washer from here, and you're gonna take the hose off. let's get to it. It's gonna be 12 millimeter. So that's how you want to have it, one before, one after. You want to find the hole that this go into right here and tighten this up. Alright, so now you can go ahead and remove your clamp. Alright, everything is okay. You can see the hose is good, nothing wrong with it. And you can go ahead and pump your brake up, but I'm going to show you how to bleed the brakes by yourself. Alright, so to bleed the brakes by yourself, you're going to need a bottle, alright, with a little bit of brake fluid, as you can see, and you're going to put the hose underneath the brake fluid, alright, and you're going to connect the same hose to the cap, to the nipple, and you want to open the nipple. Alright, just open it like that, so the fluid can come out. As you can see, it's already coming out, and you see what it do when you push the air out. The air can't go back in, because if it do suck back anything, it's gonna suck brake fluid. So that's good, and that's good. Alright, so we're gonna pump it and we're gonna see it flow. Alright, you want to come right here, open your brake reservoir, and you want to add brake fluid to it. Make sure you have enough brake fluid. Alright, so I already pumped some, but there's still more air in it, so I stopped to put some brake fluid right here. Make sure your reservoir never go empty. So I'm gonna pump it some more so you can see what happened, and you guys can tell me when the air bubble is gone. Alright, so pump, come around here and add some more fluid. Alright, guys, so now it's time to put on your tire, but don't forget your cap for your brake nipple, bleeder nipple, and tire on. So after you tighten that up, you want to go ahead and pump the brakes up to get a firm pedal before you drive. Alright.